your legacy, and your life. It's another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Make this summer one to remember with these savings at Fairway. This week, USDA Choice Top of Iowa Sirloin Steak is just $4.99 a pound. Stella Bella Green Seedless Grapes are only $1.88 a pound. Ritz Crackers are just $1.88. Coca-Cola or Sprite products are 4 for $9.98 when you buy 4. Wishing you a fun-filled summer from our family to yours. Fairway.
Here at Waukee, Southeast Polk, how long was that drive? Where did they start? Back at the 17, was it? Or 31?
It was the 31, so 69-yard drive.
69-yard drive for Southeast Polk. Ends with a Jackson Daly 1-yard quarterback sneak. The big play to the tight end, and we kind of forgot about him a little bit, Eric. Caleb Daniels, he's had a couple big catches, and that one he caught and just stumbled down at the 1 and got him in line. They set it up on the tee, and it falls off. So they'll have to set it back up again. And Morrison back, Smith back, and they take that short kick again, and this time he's going to run it up for a few yards. And Braden Mentz getting more return yards than he normally would on those short kicks.
Yeah, Southeast Polk going with the option of basically giving up a little bit, going with shorter kicks, but they want to keep the ball out of the hands of what Waukee determines as their typical returners.
And Waukee did the same thing. They kicked it short, too. Here's Holcomb coming out, now trailing, hands off to Lindquist. He cuts it through, follows his blocker right on through there behind Big Bo Schaller, and gets a big gain. Picks up about 6 on the first down.
And there wasn't much of an opening there, but Lindquist able to get about 3 or 4. Then all he does is just gets low, dives forward. That's enough for a big 6-yard gain on first down.
Holcomb comes up, talks to his line, now drops back. Hands it off, Lindquist again, and this time Lindquist is met in the backfield there. Dom Caggiano in there on the tackle. And 3rd and 4 now. So they got a couple options here. Go to the air or on the run. Holcomb, 2 receivers to his left. Down the line, he'll give it off to Lindquist, and he'll cut the corner and get there and get the first down up to the 46.
Good vision there by Lindquist as he's rolling out to the left, going east to west. Taking a look at that and deciding when exactly he wanted to cut up field and making sure he had enough for the first down, then just moves north-south. And as we talked about, this Waukee offense works best if they can get outside the hash marks.
And Caleb Daniels down. He might have cramps here. We'll see on the field. They're working on a leg, and sometimes that's what that is. Here, let's take a break here. 14-10, Southeast Polk over Waukee on CISN.TV.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean yours.
Save thousands now at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. 15% off 2020 Equinox and 2020 Trax, or 0% for 84 months. 15% off 2020 Sonic and 2020 Spark. WaukeeChevy.com. 12% off 2020 Blazer. 10% off 2020 Colorado. Up to $15,000 off new 2020 Suburban. We're in a position to give you more for your trade. As always, we're a partner you can count on. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Back to action, Waukee with it, and up the middle. Who else? Lindquist
And so Southeast Polk players there trying to signal they thought that ball had come out, but the official ruling that he was already
They're
down.
Already down, yeah. And he punches his way into Southeast Polk territory. Pick up a 5, 2nd and 5 at the 49 of Southeast Polk. Holcomb this time will roll out. Or no, that's Smith there on the Wildcat again. So Aaron Smith takes the snap. And both these teams losing a lot of different formations and trickery, and Smith picks up the running first down this time. And, man, no matter what, who wins this one, the team next week is going to have a lot of different things to prepare for, aren't they? With all the different formations and runs and things that we've had out of both these teams here. So that is Holcomb back in there. And, or no, was that Smith? Yep, Lindquist.
Lindquist on the direct snap with Smith to his right, and again, at this point, Waukee's saying, we feel like right now we're running downhill. They're just going to keep shoving those runs up the middle down the Southeast Polk Rams' throats until they can stop them. But as of now, we've not seen in the second half Lindquist run for less than 5 yards a carry.
And those purple on black numbers are getting a little harder to see as the light goes down here. Send man in motion, Lindquist again. And he'll take it. Fakes the handoff to Smith, and Lindquist right up the middle on the read option. Lindquist. And
enough for the first down, and we've seen here in the third quarter, Lindquist with runs of 6, 7, and the last 3 for 5. And by my math, if he's getting at least 5 per carry, they're going to be getting a lot of first downs.
Got Ben Ryland in there now, and he takes the snap and spins around and down. I wonder if Holcomb is injured or something. He's not in there right now. Ryland takes a direct snap. And I believe he's their backup QB. Oh, they're coming at full house backfield here. Ryland's in the middle. He takes the handoff again. Ryland over the right side, down almost to the 20, just short down to the 21-yard line. That'll bring up a third down and short.
And this Waukee offense has been pretty run-heavy, even with their starting quarterback. Got to imagine while Ryland's in there, it's even going to be more keeping it on the ground.
Now, Holcomb just came back in, so he's not hurt or anything. There was just the formation they were running, and they take a timeout. 3:40 to play here. Waukee driving, but a big third down when we come back here on CISN.TV.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and this has been a crazy year. We might just run out of furniture, but we still have a great selection right now. We have wicker, we have fire pits, we have poly, and if you want something for your deck this year, you should come see us right now. Still have the greatest selection in Iowa at the best prices. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas, just west of Homemaker.
Save thousands now at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. 15% off 2020 Equinox and 2020 Trax, or 0% for 84 months. 15% off 2020 Sonic and 2020 Spark. WaukeeChevy.com. 12% off 2020 Blazer. 10% off 2020 Colorado. Up to $15,000 off new 2020 Suburban. We're in a position to give you more for your trade. As always, we're a partner you can count on. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
3rd and 3 for Waukee. Handoff up the middle. Oh, he's going to be short, I think. Oh, second effort, but no, I think he's going to be a little bit short.
Looked like initially was going to be stopped a good yard and a half shy. I think this is going to be inside of a yard.
Yep, it's going to be 4th and a half yard. They get into line quickly. Handoff right up into the pile. Did he get it on the lean? He may have. Lindquist. They got him quick. Andrew Harris. And See a few guys limping. I think, Eric, we're seeing a little bit of cramps in this heat. Early in the going, sometimes you see that. Daniels went off. Now they're going to measure it here. And we'll see if he gets it.
This is going to be one of those where it just comes down to the spot, and with bodies having to be pulled off, knows exactly where that ball ended up.
And they're looking at it. They haven't said yet. Southeast Polk says ours, and the official turns and says, points the other way. That's got to be a half-inch short, if that much. Randy, our camera guy, that's what he's seeing. Through the camera, about a half-inch short there on it. You see our sideline camera showing some shots there.
They talk about this being a game of inches, and it literally might have been two of them that are the reason that Waukee is no longer out there offensively, is they'll have to switch back. Still a good drive, able to, in essence, kind of flip field position and pin back Southeast Polk at their own 19. But the Rams, getting back onto the field, going to try to extend the lead here.
And that was a long drive. They took it at the 31 and went down to the 19. So they went quite a ways, end up giving it up on down. So back in comes Jackson Daly in Southeast Polk. Sends Wampa in motion, spins it out to him, and he's looking for a block, but wow, fighting through the block there and making the tackle.
That's the good news for the Rams. Tackled for a loss by number 28, Colin Evers.
Colin Evers fought off the block and made the tackle there. And Wampa is still down over there. And he might have a cramp too. They're working on, when they go to that foot and try to stretch those ankles out, that's usually what it is. In this type of heat, and you've been working out, but you don't quite get, and then I know on the turf sometimes it's a little hotter down there too. Is that holding that sun from the day?
And what was really impressive there was Evers with a player draped all over him, not only able to make the tackle, but still lay the lumber on that type of hit. You don't typically see that. And again, I point back to the fact that he had a brother who played hockey locally here, then went to Lincoln in the USHL, and now play in D1. Probably got picked on a time or two to toughen up his younger brother Colin, and it's showing there as he was able to
almost
fight
there
off
like
the man.
the blocker trying to slam him in the boards, but
Exactly.
he said no, is fighting through it and went to the – well, he's still – well, he's going to get up here. And Wampa will walk off gingerly there and get some water. Back in my day, they said you need to take more salt pills and drink water, but they don't do that so much anymore with all the electrolytes and energy drinks.
Things have changed a bit.
Yeah, just a bit. So, be 2nd and 12, a loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12 at the 18. They're going to go to the trip set. No empty backfield. 2 receivers out right. 3 left. As they're going to try to spread everything out. Daly, quick pass out there to the right flat. Receiver makes a nice catch. Is trying to fight his way through. Christensen, who lines up at the receiver spot. That's a smart play, too, because if you get him out there in the flat and he breaks away, he's got the speed to take it all the way.
And a nice job by Morrison. He actually overran him, but was able to come back in time and wrap up Christensen. Otherwise, as you mentioned, that would have been a for sure first down.
It's a 3rd and 4 here. They split 3 to the left this time, but they keep it back in the backfield to help Daly. And he'll hand it off, and winding through, found a hole somehow. Christensen squeezes through 2 linemen there and gets the first down. Nice run to keep moving forward there and find the hole and just get to it as we're coming up on the 2-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter.
And that's got to be frustrating for Waukee. It looked like they were going to force that 4th down and try to get the ball back, and instead their defense now still on the field and back on their heels.
1st and 10 at the 32 here. That same formation they ran last time. And the same result, they hand it off right up the middle. And there's a flag comes in late on that. We'll see what that is. Holding, I think they're going to call. Looks like. No, it'll be face mask. Okay. So that's the second face mask penalty here. Last one was on Southeast Polk. It's just the second penalty of the game for Waukee. They had a 5-yard offside.
So Christensen with a 3-yard run, but then adding on the 15 yards on the face mask penalty, and that already gets the Rams to midfield with a 4-point lead.
So you got to ask your defense to stiffen up here again for Waukee. Daly in there, this time twins to each side. Sends his running back out. Looks over to him, now throws back across that inside screen. They find Emmanuel, and he gets down inside the 35-yard line. So they got the defense looking out of that backfield flat, and then they threw the screen back the other way.
And before that was even into the hands of Emmanuel, I was thinking if he catches this, this is going to be a big play because it was the Rams who'd gotten a wedge out in front of him, of 3 or 4 guys to block. And then from there, it's just Emmanuel trying to play hide and seek, dive in and out of his blocking.
1st and 10 at the 34, Southeast Polk. 3rd quarter winding down here. And handoff, spinning around, and breaks free up the sideline and knocked out of bounds finally is Christensen. And they're going to say he stepped out just shy of the 1st down. Looked like he was going to lose yardage, but he just kept spinning and moving. And he picks up 9 out of nothing. And it'll be 2nd and 1 at the 25.
And Christensen took a little while to get going, but now averaging about 5 yards per carry, 74 on 15 tries.
Jackson Daly down the line, maybe checking the play. Do something else here after seeing the defense. And the play clock ran out, I think, on him. Yeah. Well, we're going to get the timeout before the penalty here. So, man, I tell you, I don't know what happens here, but both these teams, we're going to be in for some fun games with these two. They got some explosiveness. They got some good defense. And, you know, for the first game here, not quite the shootout it was last year up in the, 30s or 40s, but this is a big series, though, for Waukee defense to try to get the stop. They were close to it, but now if they can hold them out of the end zone and keep it to a 1-score game, it'd be big for them.
Yeah, Southeast Polk winning that game last year, 38-35. But I like, especially for the first game out of the season, but I like the depth that I'm seeing all the way around. I like the fact that these teams have different things they can go to. While it can be successful, sometimes it's a little, you see teams do the same thing. It's kind of monotonous. Here, it's like both coaching staffs just have a ton of tricks up their sleeve and can also go to something a little bit more steady and go with those inside handoffs, but they've also got options outside as well.
2nd and 1 at the 25 for Southeast Polk. I formation this time. Hand off to the back, and this time he's stacked up back there. Christensen, nowhere to go. Good penetration by the Waukee defensive line. And
that's the first time Christensen has had a negative run since his first carry of the game. Couldn't have come at a better time for the Warriors.
Morris Kona in there on the tackle. And that makes a loss of 4.
And what a difference in play calling. You talk about a 2nd and 1, your playbook is wide open. 3rd and 5, it gets narrowed quite a bit.
Well, let's see if they hand it off. They got Christensen in the eye again, or they go for the shot to the end zone, and then the play clock runs down again, and they got to take another timeout. So 2 timeouts they've taken now, and we'll see if that ends up being a factor later in the game too, Eric.
We saw that happen to both teams in the first half, and fortunately,
especially Waukee
was able to still get a field goal, but obviously, had they had a couple of timeouts in their pocket, maybe they could have put up 7 there at the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, well, they at least had 3. More time to take a couple shots to the end zone before they tried the field goal. But, yeah, clock was running, and then it ended up hurting them. So 12.8 here to go in the third quarter. Southeast Polk 3rd and 5 at the 29. Waukee opened up the scoring, taking that 83 yards on their first possession. Holcomb to Smith, 30-yard touchdown pass. Then in the second quarter, 2:43 to go, Daly hit Christensen out of the backfield, a 27-yard touchdown to 7-7. They went 80 yards on that drive. Then a field goal with no time on the clock, 34 yards out for Waukee, and it was 10-7 at the half. Southeast Polk scored early here in the third quarter, 7:31 to go. A 1-yard quarterback sneak by Jackson Daly, and it's 14-10. And Southeast Polk, again, they got down earlier in the game, 1st and goal at the 8, and a fumble. Turned it over. Here we go. Big play, 3rd and 5 at the 29 for Southeast Polk. Slot left, single back in the backfield. They fake it, rolling. Daly looking, throws back across the green, and there's a flag comes in. They were looking to go back over, I think, to Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
And defender was right on him, and the flag comes in. And we'll see what they call. Holding. Or pass interference.
Yeah, it looked like the defensive back just got his arm draped a little bit around the midsection, and what I think determined that decision for him is it kind of spun Daniels. Not a ton, but it made it a much more difficult play. Yeah,
because if they stay body to body and he doesn't turn it all, then I think you're probably right. They say no flag. But now it sets up Southeast Polk 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. 7.3 seconds to go in the third quarter. Daly has Christensen there with him in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left. Low snap. And caught over there by LeClaire. And they're going to be about a 3-yard pickup and will be the last play